When I'm not drinking bourbon or writing blues songs, I listen to the Sean Geek podcast over on SeanMcGinnity.ca. And you should too.
Okay.
For sure.
You still good?
Yeah.
All right. So I have it up on my two screens here because it's nice doing these from home because I don't have to drive and I can actually look at notes and stuff.
For sure.
So I wanted to do a versus episode, sort of. Two albums that have been hugely influential to you and me, I think. That we both listened to death, I think.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I think do you own? Now the question I have is because you bought these in cassette back in the day.
Right.
Do you have both of these albums on CD as well?
I do have.
We're going to keep it.
Should we tell them what the albums are? I guess we have to now.
Yeah, I guess we have to. Yeah.
So
I was trying to keep the suspense.
So yeah,
but they're going to see the title of the freaking episode. They're going to know what we're talking about.
I do know. Well, 5150. I probably. I know I had it in cassette.
Oh yeah, you did for sure. I borrowed it off you all the time.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I got it, I was actually working at the co-op.
Oh really?
And I remember when I was at the co-op, they had a cassette deck, and we kind of had it up on the shelf. And I had bought the 5150 and threw it in, and listened to it. You know, between that and April Wine, I back and forth type thing. So,
was it All the Rockers? All the Rockers tape?
The which one?
For Maple Wine? All the Rockers?
I'm not too sure. No, I think this was like a greatest hits.
Yeah, All the Rockers was the greatest hits of just the rock songs, the non-ballad songs.
Yeah. It was good. So yeah, I listened to the album. It's totally different from the Van Halen, with Dave, because Sammy, it was like a whole new thing. The sound changed.
Yep.
It's just kind of weird. Now they started working on it. Was it in '85, November '85, and then when they finally released it in '86, it was February. And prior to this album, Ted Templeton was the producer, and he kept, he produced all our albums up to that point. I think once Eat 'Em and Smile came out, which is the second album we're going to talk about, I think when that came out, I think Ted Templeton helped Dave produce that album. Did he not?
He is the producer on that album. Yes, correct. He stayed with Dave.
Right. So when 5150 came out, Ted was out, and then I guess Don Landley was the one who produced it.
Yes. Well, you remember a lot of this. I'm impressed. But you know who else was the producer? So Don Landley, longtime buddies with Eddie,
right,
was one of the producers. But the other producer was Mick Jones from Foreigner.
Oh. Okay.
Which is weird, but yeah. Anyway, go on.
Now,
I like your story here.
Now, when Van Halen went to do For Uncarnal Unlawful Knowledge, Ted Templeton had produced that album.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
From what I've read.
Oh, cool. So he came back.
Apparently. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. Now
I'm looking it up now.
Now
I'm really curious.
So now, yeah. So March 24th, '86. That's when 5150 came out. Eat 'Em and Smile came out July 7th, 1986.
Yes.
So very
Roth already had that other album that he released immediately after.
Crazy from the Heat. Yeah, that was the Dave TV and Just a Gigolo.
Yeah.
And
it was just an EP too. It wasn't a full album. It's 4 songs.
So yeah, he put his foot in the water as a solo act after 1984. So once 1984, and it's too bad because I mean they had such great chemistry musically, maybe not personally.
Oh my God.
But musically,
definitely not personally.
There was definitely something there that just melded, right? Even, I mean, the newer stuff that came out like recently with Dave was okay, but it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't meld the same. It's almost like someone took something clean and went and dragged it through the dirt and then put it back in the box. It's like it's the same thing, but it's different. It's not as polished as it was at the beginning.
I was just trying to see if Different Kind of Truth had Templeman, but no. Producers Van Halen and John Shanks.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay. Now, Eat 'Em and Smile, when that came out, I remember you had it. I had bought the 5150, but I think, did you buy the Eat 'Em and Smile?
I might have, because if you didn't and you bought it, I didn't relinquish it very much because I listened to it all the time.
Well, I remember shoveling the driveway and having that in my ears.
Oh yeah.
Listen to Yankee Rose and all that. Was it big? Was it Elephant Gun or something?
Elephant Gun.
There's some really good tunes. Yankee Rose, Shy Boy.
Here's what. Before we go into that, I actually want to do a track by track.
Okay.
Comparison from one album. So there's 10 tracks on. There's 10 tracks on the David Lee Roth album. There's 9 on 5150. I wanted to go track by track and compare these albums.
Okay, I haven't listened to them both in a while, so to know which one is which. 5150 was a good album, but it's not one that I hover to if I ever want to listen to Van Halen. It's kind of like it's kind of like when a model of a car comes out, the very first year when it comes out, they're still going to kind of work the bugs out, and it's not quite totally ready yet.
Yep.
That's kind of my thing for 5150. Although it was a good album, I mean, I'll give them that. There's nothing wrong with it. It was different, but it was similar enough to kind of keep my attention, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, cover to cover, you remember both covers?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Dave's is way more colorful. And
that crazy makeup job.
Oh yeah, just wicked. Yeah, seeing a half naked guy, holding up a globe. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
It ranks up there with that Rush album, Hemispheres. Is it Hemispheres?
Yeah. And, you know what? And my kids got me they bought me one year I think it was at Christmas.
Yeah.
They bought me.
I know.
It's a clock. It's a clock.
Yep.
And it's got the hemisphere. It's got the actual album cover, and the actual album. The album is in the back of it, which is holding the clock parts, and then you get the hands in the front, and you get this naked guy in the front with. Well, you've seen the album, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he's standing on a brain or something, and then he's got the Pink Floyd guy showing way at the back with the top hat and the type of thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wins here? David Lee Roth, then, obviously?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, me too. Sure. Yeah, it's just iconic. And then in the Yankee Rose video, he's decked out in that cover.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be, but it's sure entertaining as hell.
Is that the one that he says, some guy says something in the store, and then he goes, nothing much, do you don't? He says,
yes.
And then he comes up and says, I'll have a something to go.
Yes. Yeah. No, what the line is, she's the girl's looking, this lady's looking for laxatives, and he says, not in my store, you don't. Says, if I don't get a laxative, I'm going to go right here or something.
Oh, God.
Then he says, then Dave comes in and says, I'll have a glazed donut. What do you say?
To go.
And a bottle of anything to go, 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 go.
And then it starts up. Yeah.
Yeah. And
he definitely had more flair.
Oh yeah. I mean, that video is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so opening track, Yankee Rose.
Yeah.
Versus opening track, Good Enough.
Yankee Rose was a very iconic song. And it was played quite a bit on MTV and whatnot. I'm trying to remember now what was the first song on, let's see here. Why Can't This
Van Halen? Good Enough. It's good enough to... Yeah.
It was good. It was a driving song, but I don't know. Yankee Rose was more flairish, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's my vote, like hands down. I mean, that was my introduction to Dave can do this on his own.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
This is Stevie Vai, which.
And I had never heard of him before that. I mean,
no.
I had to actually look back and go, oh, he played for Alcatraz. So then you're looking at the video of him playing with Alcatraz. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's pretty flash player. And then Crossroads, when that movie came out. And I was
oh, my God.
I'm watching that going, who the hell is this guy?
I know. And then you dive a little bit back. And when he was like a kid, a teenager, he offered to transpose all of... oh my God, what's his name? He was with Frank Zappa, sorry. And to get into the band, he offered to transpose all of Frank Zappa's music.
Oh, is that how he got in the band?
That's how he got in, yeah. And he was like 17, 18 or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that was his first gig.
Wow.
It's like, holy shitballs.
Playing with Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So you went from that to something called Pill, and then Alcatraz, and then, I mean, Steve Vai made every exact right move. Because in Alcatraz, he replaced Yngwie Malmsteen. That was the guitar player before him.
Yeah.
And then he joins, Dave, and he's essentially replacing Eddie Van Halen. Mm-hmm. It's like, holy,
he's filled in some pretty big shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And come out smelling great.
So that whole video, kind of seeing Steve Vai for the first time for us anyway in that video. And, Billy Sheehan, like, who the hell is this Billy Sheehan guy?
Yeah, same thing.
And that
was a guitarist,
that drummer,
and turned to the bass. You said he was a decent guitarist, but they're a dime a dozen. So he figured, I'll just become a great bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about opening salvo. That's how you open an album.
Oh, for sure.
Like, holy shit. Okay, so Yankee Rose the winner, I think, from both of us here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, second track, Shy Boy versus Why Can't This Be Love? Which was, Why Can't This Be Love was the first single release off of 5150.
They both have...
And they actually had a video for it, which didn't have good sound quality.
Yeah. They're both good, but they're both different. It's almost like trying to have them playing in my head side by side.
Yeah.
Because Why Can't This Be Love? It kind of starts off with the keyboards, right? Yeah.
It's got Sammy on guitar and it's got Eddie on keys.
Yeah. And this was the first album, other than 1984, where Eddie kind of showed his classical influence, or his influence on the keyboards.
Yep.
So when it came to this song, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start playing keyboards now. So on a keyboard aspect of it, it sounds really good, but that's not the Eddie I want to hear.
Yeah.
He's great on the keyboards, and I shouldn't say that. I love listening to him play. It doesn't matter what he's playing. I'm sure if he played, the Spoons or something, he'd probably have his own little shtick to it that would just stand out from everyone else. But
finger tapping on the Spoons.
Yeah. But Shy Boy is such a high energy song also, just like Yankee Rose.
Oh yeah.
So it's and Why Can't This Be Love is kind of a more of a mellow type of tune. So they both have their place, but I'll pick Shy Boy in this one.
Yeah.
And I can't because I love Van Halen so much. I don't know why I'm picking, but I think it's just because of the album.
Yeah.
Isn't that? It's not so much as playing it, but it's just the songs.
I like Why Can't This Be Love? I didn't like it at first, but I like it more now. It's a song that holds up for me. It's just a really well-written pop song. And I don't like the tones, and I don't like the way it was recorded. It's kind of, I don't know. But as a song, just a pure songwriting song, I think it's a really well-crafted song.
Yeah.
But Shy Boy was my favorite song for the longest time. Yeah. And Shy Boy is actually Billy Sheehan right. He's got the sole credit on that song.
Really?
Yep.
Dave let him have it, did he?
In fact, sole credit. So that means Billy Sheehan wrote the lyrics as well.
Wow.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Getting paid.
Yeah. Third track. I'm Easy, which is a cover, versus Get Up. Do you remember how each one goes?
I'm Easy is kind of like a swinging type 50s type of thing. And what was the other one? Van Halen?
Get Up. Now, you probably don't remember the name of the song, but that was the fastest song on 5150. It's got crazy vocals with Sammy and Mike. Just backing him up with those freaking high notes on it. Like, get up and make it work, make it work. Get up and make it work. It's got like Hot for Teacher Tech kind of drums on there. It's good tune.
Which one? It's Dreams, right?
Track 3. Yeah.
Dreams?
No, Get Up. Get Up. Number 3.
Get Up. I get good.
You going to listen to it right now?
I
think you're going to hear it go, oh, yeah. Here.
You know what? I probably have the wrong. I've got a YouTube list here, and there's only 9 or 8 songs on this one.
I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Oh, I've got it right here.
Yeah. We can't play too much.
Get Up. I'm going to go with Get Up on this one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I love Get Up's my favorite song on 5150. By far.
Yeah, and live sounds really good when they play this one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they'll have Michael Anthony there just belting it right out. He just screaming in the background.
I'm Easy. It's another one of those covers that Van Halen did so many covers, and generally the covers are my least favorite of the Van Halen songs. Mm-hmm. And same thing applies here.
Yeah,
it's an okay song, but I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. Track 4.
Track 4.
Ladies' Night in Buffalo, which is a Roth Stevie Vai song, versus Dreams. Remember that?
You know what? I had the tab and I tried to figure out the song.
For Ladies' Night in Buffalo?
Yeah, Ladies' Night in Buffalo. Because I liked it. So Dreams is the one that's kind of like...
Oh, and baby, we belong in a world that must be strong.
Yeah, see, that's kind of frou-frou. It's a little too much frou-frou for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of a summer song, everybody swaying, singing at the same time type song. Like, it's not not like a kumbaya song, but more of it's not a high energy song. It's just kind of a laid back song.
Yeah. And again, it's a well-crafted pop song.
And they've played it.
And it's a big hit for them.
Yeah, I mean, they've played it enough where I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's one of my least favorite songs on the album. for sure.
Yeah.
And Ladies Night in Buffalo holds the title of my favorite song on Eat 'Em and Smile. Just the groove to it, the kind of bluesy.
Yeah, it's that bob
I mean,
your head.
You can see the
song.
smoke in the room, like where this is being played. Like, I don't know, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's like
it's a top 10 song for me of all time. Period, for sure.
For me, it's like that Mazda commercial. They have that beat that's going, or that GM commercial when they're playing the Eminence Front. It's got the same, bop your head type of music, and I like that. That's good, and that's Ladies Night in Buffalo for me.
Oh yeah. Number 5, the end of side 1 on both albums. Remember when they used to have sides and cassettes?
Oh yes.
Going Crazy versus Summer Nights.
I like them both, actually.
Summer Nights for me, for sure. Just only because it's the song that you used to play in your band all the time, and you got fond memories of that.
Yeah. I would say Summer Nights. Going Crazy was good.
Yep. But that's the pop song on that album, right? It's the poppiest song on Dave's album.
Pretty much, yeah. I like it too, but not as much, I guess.
I like the Spanish version of it much better.
Loco del Calor.
Guelto loco. Yeah, that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Much better than the French version of how would you say that?
Is it Chiac?
Chiac. Je vais crazy.
Je vais crazy.
Je vais crazy.
Ah, il fait chaud.
Bouctouche. Ben, il fait chaud.
Il fait chaud. Bouctouche NB, near Bouctouche.
Oh, God. Bouctouche, as the GPS coordinate said.
Bouctouche.
You're now nearing Bouctouche. Okay, track 6.
Track 6.
Side 2, first opening track, both albums. Tobacco Road.
Oh, I love Tobacco Road.
Now, it's a cover.
Yeah.
But it's a damn good cover.
Yeah.
And Best of Both Worlds on 5150.
Okay, let's see here. I played.
Your band used to play Best of Both Worlds, right?
I remember playing that one too. Yeah, that was a good tune, but
summer song.
Tobacco Road.
Or in Spanish, La Calle del Tabaco.
Yes. Sí. I mean, oui.
It lists all the Spanish names here. It's really funny.
Yeah, you're on YouTube?
On Wikipedia.
Okay, I've got the album up and it's showing the Spanish version.
Yeah, because he did release the whole album in Spanish as well.
Yeah, Tobacco Road's a very swingish. Let's get down and play.
And then he's got that line, just Tobacco Road. It's like, oh.
Yeah, but Best of Both Worlds, it's a different animal. It's not your typical Van Halen prior to, with Roth. It's a whole different thing.
This is the Hagar Van Halen party anthem type. Like this is the one.
Yeah, and I think I had the book for 5150 for the tab, and I think that's how I kind of got to learn some of these songs.
Yeah.
Along with OU 812, I think I learned that one from beginning to end at one time back in the 90s. But
we're gonna do another comparison. We're gonna do OU 812 and Skyscraper.
Oh, okay.
I think that'd be fun too.
So I like both, but I don't know. I kind of like the upbeat Tobacco Road.
Yeah. Best of Both Worlds for me. Again, it's because your band played it.
Oh, okay.
End of story. And just watching live without Annette, and I don't mean Annette Funicello, but the infamous. They're all on stage and they're playing the song, and they're all Mike, Sammy, and Dave are all walking along to the da 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 da. Like, I don't know, iconic. So okay, here we go. Next one, track 7.
Okay.
Elephant Gun versus Love Walks In.
Love Walks In. Let's see here. I can't remember now.
The third balladish song on 5150.
Oh, was it ballad?
Well, yeah. It was...
You know what? Elephant Gun was there again. It's more upbeat. Like the BPMs are way up there. And that kind of Love Walks In, of course. I mean, it's got love in it, so obviously it's not going to be a super high octane song, right? not normally. Although it is a good song. I'm gonna go for Elephant Gun.
Yeah, ditto. Love Walks In is fine. In terms of ballads, and if you like ballads, to me, it's kind of the weaker one.
Right.
Oh yeah, okay, this song. Next song is Big Trouble versus 5150.
You know what? There's a part in Big Trouble. It's almost like Steve Vai is he had an album called Flexible, but this was almost like when he went into the solo, like he just hitting the notes, and then when he gets to the solo, it's like he hits the note and it's like it's bending. It's like his whole body is bending with it at the same time. It goes down, then goes up and then just this rash of notes coming through. And the feel, like there's lots of flash and pan players, but not many that have a feel to it when they do it. That's the key. You can play fast.
Yeah, he's got the speed and all that stuff, but he's still playing with passion.
Yeah. Like if you're
it's not just notes.
I mean, if you're listening to Pink Floyd, I mean, he could hit a note, just one note, and just play it and just have it ring a certain way and give it a bit of a vibrato and just kind of milk the shit out of it. And some people, they can hit a note and it's flat and it's done and it's just, type of thing. But Steve, I don't know. If I compare Steve to Eddie, okay. Yeah. I mean, Eddie's the 57 Chev and Stevie's the Ferrari, or Maserati, whatever. Yeah, they're just as nice, and they both have their purpose. But boy, when he plays, it's quite the thing. Even when he plays, he's got that one guitar. He's got Flow 2. He's got the double necked one where he's got the Sustainiac on there, and he just hits a note and it just rings. And then he goes to his other neck and then he just starts playing over it. Like he's just a one-man band, in itself. Yep. Like just stick a beat in the background and I'm sure he could,
just shred over it.
Yeah, it just.
Yeah, I love Big Trouble. It might be my second favorite song on this album. I like all the songs a lot, but Big Trouble I go to and Ladies Night Buffalo I go to. Those are my two go-tos. So nothing can compete against Big Trouble for me. And 5150, I always forget which song it is. Do you remember that? Or am I butchering it?
Yeah.
See, you don't even remember the fucking song. Like, it's not that good, obviously.
I remember. Well, I mean, listen to it now. But there again, when it comes to song names and the actual song, it's the same as you give me an actor's name or a band's name. I don't know. I have to hear it. I don't know.
It's funny though. On the Eat 'Em and Smile, we remember the names of the songs. I don't know. I'm the same way too. Like, but I remember the songs on Eat 'Em and Smile. Okay, anyway, let's move on to. There's only 9 tracks on 5150.
Well, the 5150 song is your basic. Okay, Eddie's switch gears. He's going to a different direction. He's going with heavily chorused overdrive in stereo. That's when he went to. Whereas before, everything was panned, was it left or right? I can't remember now, to get that separation, which what Ted Templeton usually would make them do to make it sound more of a live, situation. Okay, sorry. Next song.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Is Bump and Grind.
Bump and Grind.
Versus Inside.
My God, it's groovy. All that stuff is just groovy.
Yep.
Bump and Grind. Of course, that would be groovy, right? And what was the Van Halen one? The last one?
Inside. That's the one. It's like a weird.
No, I don't.
It's so long too. It's 5 minutes long.
No, you know what? I never did like that song, and I think every time it came on, I'd fast forward it because it was just way too weird. It wasn't a song. It was like
that's what's going down on the inside.
Yeah, how do you groove to that?
It's a horrible song.
Yeah, it's more of a hey, everybody's drinking, raise your glasses. We're gonna sing this tune together. Type of situation, but not something that you're going to bop your head to and groove to.
So here's the thing: nine tracks on 5150.
Mm-hmm.
This song doesn't count. Like, it's not even really a song, but it's 5 minutes long.
Well, yeah.
So really, essentially, there's 8 songs on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Eat 'Em and Smile has 10,
mm-hmm.
and then the last track, which I can't compare it against 5150 because there's only 9 tracks. Is That's Life. Which to me is a bit of a throwaway. It's not versus anything, but it's a bit of a throwaway. But it's the song that I would have left off the album.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
That would have probably been more on the just a Gigolo album or whatever, the solo one that he did. That's more of his solo stuff. You know what? Yeah, no. Did he write that?
No, that's an old song from the 50s or whatever.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so it's not. Yeah, no.
I think, in fact, it was used on a sitcom as well, some sitcom from the 70s.
Yeah, he does it well, and it's a good tune for him. But to put it in this album didn't do it any justice. It should have been put on.
Yeah, like the way they did "I'm Easy," that fits, and that's a cover too, and that fits and it works. But just That's Life is too orchestral, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
Didn't do anything for me at all.
We need another 2 minutes and 46 seconds. What do we got? That's life.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, let's see if we do the math here. I think it's fairly obvious who won. So Yankee Rose is a winner for both of us.
Yeah.
Shy Boy is the winner for both of us.
Yeah.
I'm Easy. I got a vote. I think you liked I'm Easy over Get Up. Or no, we both said Get Up. Ladies Night, we both liked. And then track 5. Going Crazy versus Summer Nights. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Eat 'Em and Smile won. I'm not doing any more math.
Yeah. It's a whole different. I'd say not a whole different album. It's almost like 2 different genres, because David Lee Roth just kind of continued on with the party mode band, whereas Van Halen kind of stepped back and went, okay, so now Sammy's there. So now Sammy's new. He comes in. Sammy already had his own band, so he was already the head of the leader
took a pay cut to join Van Halen, as you said.
Like he's already the leader of his own destiny in his own band. So now he's relinquishing that and going into the unknown with a band that has a proven track record. But just like Sharon, when he went in there, that don't mean squat. You got to bring it. You got to bring it. For his style. I mean, Sharon had his own style. Porno Graffiti worked great, excellent style. It just didn't mesh. I don't think with Van Halen. It just wasn't that type of music. It was a whole different genre they were trying to put together, and they just, I don't know. To me, they just kind of divided.
So is it safe to say, not to tease too much the next episode we do on this, but is it safe to say, like for me, the album I always go back to for David Lee Roth is this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the one I always go back to.
Yeah.
Like this is the apex for me.
Right.
And for Van Halen or the Van Hagar years, this is not the album I go to.
No.
At all.
No. OU812 is good. For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge was good.
Yeah.
It was kind of not a stepping stone, but it was kind of, okay, everyone's putting their input in and let's see what happens.
I think the production value improved for Van Halen too. Like,
then they refined it.
5150 was, I don't know, it just sounded thin to me. And OU812 sounded good from a sound perspective.
Okay,
and
so
For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge sounded even better.
Okay, so
in my opinion.
Do you know where they recorded 5150?
Yeah, in his garage.
Right, which was that address. His address was 5150.
Well, he called it 5150 Studios, yeah.
Right. Now, were the subsequent albums after that still recorded in 5150? Was OU812?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Eddie wasn't going to back out of he wanted it done at home.
Okay, so from then on, even up to this point?
Yeah, but they had better producers coming in after that, I think. I kind of think that was the idea. Say, OU812. Oh, no, Don Landy. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. They brought Andy Johns in and then Ted Templeman.
Right.
But it was still done at 5150. Yeah, they're all done at 5150.
I wonder who the engineer, did it say who the mixing engineer was?
Don Landy is the common guy here.
So but is he the producer or is he the one who actually does the mixing? Or is that the same thing?
It just says producers, just says Andy. Actually, Don Landy wasn't on For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. It was Andy Johns, Ted Templeman, and Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they pounded out. See who did Bruce Fairbairn did Balance.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Fairbairn? God.
They went through,
no offense, but
they went through a few different people.
That's horrible. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. I got to go eat dinner.
Yeah.
Thursday night, we're going to kill some zombies tonight or save the world and in some Tom Clancy game.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to take a shower because I stink.
Yeah, you take a shower every once in a while, you know.
Yeah.
Comb your hair.
Yep, comb my hair. Yep.
Yeah,
it's getting long.
Wash your pits, you know, the whole thing. Yep. When you're in quarantine, and that's it, people. Don't forget. You still, I mean, there's still people around you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to let you go.
All right, then.
Send me this stuff, and I have something for Monday and Monday, so.
Cool.
That's good, because next week's going to be busy for me, so even busier than normal, so.
Okay.
Sounds good. In the can.
Sweet.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.